How's it going, guys, and welcome to a beautiful morning on River Hill. So, I have got some news, very big news, and you probably know exactly what it is, but we have gone ahead and purchased the farm, the old man's farm. So, after a lot of thinking and a lot of going through documents and paperwork and finances, I have made the decision to buy it. So, the deal is as good as done. It's not 100% official yet, but our loan has been approved, and it's basically just signing of the final paperwork, and the deal will be done. So it's as good as done, and we are going to be moving into the old man's house once he moved out, so there's no rush. In the meantime, we'll be here, and when we move, Nick, who's been working at the mill, he's going to move into our little log cabin over here. So that is going to work out perfectly for him as well, because he's been looking for a place. And yeah, he's going to live here. I'm not going to charge him any rent. And he's going to continue to work at the mill here. So basically what we are going to do is we're going to leave just about all of our equipment over here, because it's everything that he sort of needs to run the mill. So I'm going to try and be a little bit hands-off with the mill. I'll of course help where I can and where he needs me to, but for the most part it is really a one-man operation, and he's happy enough to carry on by himself over here. And also because I give him sort of flexi hours, and he can come and go as he wants. But he's a very hard worker, so I don't bother checking up on whether he actually does his hours or not, because he does get a lot of work done. And also I have introduced, on top of his normal wage, I have introduced a bit of a bonus system for him. So he basically gets commission on whatever we sell. So the more product he can produce, the more money he's making. So he's getting a cut off of basically what we sell. So he's obviously very happy with that arrangement, and it just prevents me from having to sort of worry about, is he getting work done or not. But not that I have had to worry about it at all, because I think he's actually been putting in more hours than what he's been telling me. So yeah, that's kind of why I introduced the bonus structure, because yeah, he's a hard worker and he's a good kid. So yeah, trying to help him out as much as I can. I mean, we've had a lot of help to get to where we are currently, and I want to sort of pay that forward. So yeah, he's very happy with that arrangement, and yeah, I think it's going to be good for him as well. In terms of our pickup here, I got it cleaned up, and it's looking a lot better. Obviously, the paint is a bit worse for wear. I have also got it running. The engine works, and the gearbox seemed to work. It's not 100%. I can get it to fire up, and it actually fires up pretty well, and I can get it to move. But I wouldn't take it on like a public road just yet. So we will be taking this over to the farm today, because we're going to move it into the shed, because I want to do a bit more mechanical work on it, and we have a car lift over there. I don't think I ever showed you guys the car lift. We had a car lift installed in the shed where I used to live. So yeah, as for the interior, I did mention previously that the interior is absolutely spotless, and I found it a little bit weird that the interior was this nice and the rest of the car was like that. But I found out what happened was, when the guy that we bought it off, when he started the project, he basically immediately stripped out the interior, had everything reupholstered, and yeah, basically refurbished what needed refurbished and replaced and so on. And then when he decided he's not going to carry on with the project, he reassembled the interior. So it wasn't supposed to actually be reassembled initially, because obviously paintwork and everything, you're going to have to disassemble it again. But he reckoned that he would get a better price if the whole interior was fitted and it looked good, and he was probably correct. So yeah, that makes sense why the interior was really nice. As for this trailer, we do have obviously a trailer on the farm, so I don't know if we're gonna just leave this one here. I think we might, just in case we need it or Nick needs it. I don't know. Maybe we'll take it over there. I'm not 100% sure. But we are going to take it over there today, because, well, we're going to take that over there. And also, I want to go take a look at a quad bike that I saw online that is local. So we might end up buying a quad bike today as well. So I might need the trailer anyway. So we might as well take it in and take the pickup truck with. And like I say, so that we can get it on the ramp at the farm. And it'll just make it easier for us to work. And let's squeeze in here, get that connected. So yeah, that is actually going to work out really well. Having the workshop over there. It's a much nicer workshop. So yeah, anyway, I'm going to get this loaded up real quick. And we will head back to the farm. At least now I can actually just drive it onto the trailer. And we can also just drive it off of the trailer again. So it makes it a little bit easier. But yeah, we are going to do that. We'll get it over there. And I'll see you guys back at the farm for a bit of work that needs doing. So yeah, see you in a bit. Alright, we are back at the farm. There we go. Starts up really well, but it just doesn't stay running. So I'm not 100% sure what the problem is, so I'll look into that. But yeah, like I say, it does start up well, and it actually sounds really good, and it runs pretty smooth. It just doesn't stay running. I don't know if it's maybe a fuel issue. Most likely a fuel issue, to be honest. But yeah, we shall see. See what the issue is. Right, let's leave that there. So yeah, this is the lift that we had installed a while back, and it's a good lift. I mean, it does a great job, and you can lift things really high up. There we go. That'll go to max. We don't need it up there, of course, but yeah, pretty cool. Makes it very easy to do servicing and things like that. So yeah, it's gonna be very handy for us to have this here. And then of course we do still have the rest of the workshop to do work to other vehicles where we need to, and of course the area here as well. I would have liked to put a lift out here actually, but because of the roof, I don't think it'll work out too well. We could always put a second lift in here if needs be. But, I don't know. I think it'll be fine. But yeah, it's going to make it a lot easier for us to work on the pickup truck in there. And also, we'll have to figure out what exactly we're going to be doing with the paint on that thing. So, yeah, I don't know if I'm going to try and do it myself, or are we going to get someone to do it for us. I think for that vehicle, because it is sort of a classic, and it's a really nice one, I think I might actually just get the paint done professionally, to be honest. But yeah, we shall see. Anyway, we need to get some slurry out onto the grass field. So I think we're going to get the Massey fired up. And we'll get the slurry tanker hooked up. I actually need to get that side-by-side cleaned up as well. It's really dirty, and we haven't really been using it that much. As of late, but anyway, maybe if we are on the farm here basically on a permanent basis very soon, then we'll probably end up using it a lot more again, but we shall see. But yeah, I need to get it cleaned up. There's actually a few things that I need to get cleaned up. I try and keep things as clean as possible, but obviously just it's not always possible. It's hard to keep things clean on a farm because we're constantly going and constantly busy with something, and yeah, cleaning is not always first priority. But yeah, things are mostly good. I think the vehicles are fine. It's more some of our implements are pretty bad. So yeah, also the Unimog is gonna need a nice wash. I don't actually know exactly what we are gonna do with this Unimog, to be honest, because we are basically going to be buying the old man's Unimog, which is exactly sort of where I wanted to go with this one. So yeah, I don't know if I'm going to keep it. I don't know. I might actually leave it for Nick as sort of a company vehicle, something like that. But we shall see. Anyway, we are going to get out onto this field, and we're going to get some slurry spread out there. And we'll probably have to fill up a few times to get this field done. But yeah, we're gonna get the drone out and we're gonna get this done. So for now, sit back, relax, and enjoy. Alright, we are done with slurry spreading, and I want to go take a look at that quad bike real quick before we carry on here. So what we need to do is I want to move the silage that we have at the overflow farm to this farm, into our big silo bunker. So yeah, we'll come back in a little bit and we'll do that, but the guy did say that he's going to be out later today, so I want to go see if we can maybe make a deal on this quad bike. So the asking price on it is $600, and on the photos it looks pretty good. I just need to kind of remember where exactly it is. I think I know where it is, but we shall see. I did notice that the that boat factory, or whatever you want to call it, I did notice that they are actually manufacturing again. So that's interesting, because as far as I know, they shut down for a little while. But yeah, it looks like they are actually busy doing some work out there, and they have actually bought some planks and beams and stuff off of us from the mill recently. So yeah, it looks like they are in operation, which is good. I think it's a good thing that they'll be manufacturing again. It's all good for the town. It means that, you know, things are happening in the town. You don't want to see places shutting down around town. You want places flourishing. It means everything's going pretty good, usually, not always, but yeah, I mean, it's never a good sign if you see places shutting down. But yeah, it looks like most of the shops around town are actually doing really well, so that is good indeed. Right, I think it's up here. It's a cul-de-sac. I don't know this area that well, but I think it's up here. This does look like a cul-de-sac. It is indeed. Ah, I see it. Okay. So is this house here? Ooh. What on earth is that? Okay. I did not see an advert for a motorbike. It's probably not for sale, but that is kind of cool. I mean, I'm not sure about the color scheme. Hang on, is that electric? That's an electric motor. A little electric off-road bike. Yeah, not sure about that color scheme, but that is actually a cool little bike. But anyway, this is the quad bike that I was looking at. 300, 4 tracks. 4x4. $600. I don't know if the 600 is a bit steep. I don't know. I mean, it did say on the ad that it runs and drives just fine. Oh, it does have a tow hitch. That's good. That's handy. Did not actually realize that. Yeah, that is kind of cool. I think 600 is maybe a little bit steep, but we'll see. We'll see if we can do something on the price. I do like this. This is kind of cool. Anyway, I'm going to have a chat to the guy real quick. Hello. And, yeah, see if we can make a deal on that quad bike. Well, I want to take it for a quick spin first, but, yeah, I'm sure it'll be fine. Alright, well, it turns out that the electric bike was for sale, and he wanted 600 apiece. And I eventually negotiated down to 1,000 for both of them, so 500 apiece. And here we are. We have got a pink and orange electric bike and a lovely quad bike. I have to say, this bike is actually pretty cool. It's fun to drive. It's weird though, because it's dead quiet. Listen to that. Absolutely nothing. Now, my plan is to respray this. I kind of like the orange, but I'm not sure about the pink. So we might go like black and orange, something like that on this. So yeah, I think that is kind of the plan. We'll respray it, and we'll just do that ourselves. I think the pickup truck will probably get professionally done once we have all of the mechanical work done. But yeah, something like that, a small little item, 500 bucks item. We're definitely not going to get professionally sprayed. We'll just do that here. But yeah, we have got ourselves two nice new to us pieces of equipment that we can fix up, and we'll take that up to the roadside dealership, and yeah, we'll see if we can make a little bit of money on that. But we need to grab the Kubota, and we need to head over to the overflow farm. I did take the truck over there earlier already, so we're gonna load up the truck with as much silage as we possibly can, and then we'll bring it over here and drop off and just sort of go back and forth until we have all of the silage from the overflow farm into the bunker over here, just behind the dairy there. So yeah, I think what we'll do is we'll hop into a time lapse and we'll get this knocked out, and yeah, it'll just make things easier for us to have the silage over here, because we've got the feed mixer over here. It's, yeah, a bit of a pain to drive up to the overflow farm with that. So yeah, it'll just be easy here, and then we'll just refill the one at the overflow farm with our freshly cut grass as soon as we start cutting again. So yeah, we are gonna do that. So for now, sit back, relax, and enjoy. Alright, well, we had a bit of change of plans there, and then kind of ended up just abandoning the plans completely. So, first issue was, I had the truck over here, and luckily, I realized before I started loading that the hydraulics on the truck weren't working. I don't know why, so I'll have to look into that and figure out what the issue is and get that fixed. But we do have the tipper trailer, so I got the Massey hooked up to that. So it's always good to have some sort of a backup plan. And we started loading up, but it's just taking way too long. The bucket on the Kubota is just too small, and we have got a lot of silage to move. And it's just going to take forever. So I don't think at this point it is really worth the time and effort it's going to take to move all of this to the main farm. What I am thinking though is maybe we'll keep an eye out for an old wheel loader. If we can get something that's sort of old but in a decent condition and hopefully not too expensive, then maybe it'll be worth moving it. If we can get a nice big silage fork on the front of a wheel loader and we can fill a trailer like that in 2 or 3 scoops, yeah, then I think it'll be worth moving it. But for now, with the equipment that we've got, I don't think so. And to be honest, I think it'll be kind of handy to have a wheel loader on the farm anyways. But we'll see what happens. But for now, it is plan abandoned, and that's just the way things work out sometimes. It doesn't always go according to plan. So yeah, we're just going to pull the plug on that for the minute. Otherwise, this field is actually looking really good. So this is our wheat field that we planted last season. And yeah, we're waiting for this to sort of grow a bit more, and soon it'll be ready for harvest. And I think once we have this field harvested, we'll probably put this field back to a grass field. But I'm not 100% sure just yet. We'll have to make the call when it gets there. But yeah, other than that, the paperwork to finalize the purchase of the farm and, well, all of this will probably be done and sort of handled, finalized is the word I'm looking for, in the next few days. And we will be the proud owners of the farm and the dairy and, yeah, all of this as well. So, exciting times, stressful, but exciting. But I'll keep you guys up to date with that. But I think we are going to leave it there for today. So thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure to give me a thumbs up, and I'll see you all next time.